Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for surprise, another brief Juan Soto based video. So I'm continuing to enjoy the challenge here as the 2022 baseball season has gotten underway. The challenge of trying to find affordable Juan Sotos, that is. He has sort of become like the hobby darling overnight in the off season. His stuff has become very expensive, and with good reason. I think if you look at his advanced stats and metrics, he's one of the more promising young players in the game. Personally, I think the most promising young player in the game, and easy to see why he's gotten popular. So I've done a few episodes now on some cheap Soto pickups, and I've got a few more that have come in that I've organized together today. Many of these will end up in my growing Juan Soto Z-Folio. So let's see what we got. The first two cards were actually throw-ins for another card that I picked up. So there's this base out of 2021 Bowman's Best. And I've talked about this card before. Love this just because it's the set that has the controversial Wander Franco rookie in it. And I actually picked up the purple parallel of this Juan Soto, which is already residing in that Z-Folio. And I'll be able to put that base card, which I did not have, with it. So really appreciate the seller throwing that in. And in the same deal, also received this bonus. This is the 2019 Topps flagship card. And this is a card that, while I haven't talked about it yet, I don't believe, on the channel, I love this card. It's got the Topps rookie logo, rookie cup logo, I should say, being a second year card. And it just works so well with the horizontal layout. I love the shot of Juan with the bat extended here and the way that it's framed on this card. I just think it's beautiful. And as a result, I sort of made it a mission of mine, one of my many projects, to chase down as many versions of that card or that image as I could find. And I've been working away at that. I have quite a few kind of accumulated here that I'll be sharing in an upcoming video, but this was sort of a good intro to that with that free throw in there. And then that's going to lead to some of the actual pickups. So here's one that I got for $5 at an auction on eBay. It's another version of that card. So this fits perfectly. It's the 150-year foil parallel. And I believe, somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, in the comments below, but I want to say, even though these aren't serial numbered, there are known to be only 150 copies of each of these 150-year parallels. So for $5, and considering that I've got a mission to pick up as many versions of that 2019 Soto as I can, I thought that was an interesting one to add to that mix for a 5 spot. The next four are kind of grouped together. They're different versions of the same card, different parallels. And I have friends in the hobby, most notably my buddy Eric at Those Back Pages, but others as well, who have expressed like color fatigue, or that they're tired of chasing, parallels and endless parallels. And I totally get that. I feel that way myself at times. But at the end of the day, I love the colored parallels. And one of the sets that features really nice ones that I've been sort of accumulating cheaply here is Mosaic, which I believe started in the baseball market in 2020. But the ones I've been picking up are 2021 Mosaics from last year, and they just feature like amazing parallels. So here's the Blue Reactive, I believe this is called. And it's called Reactive because it has this sort of explosion, comic book looking explosion element going on behind the shine there. So that was like a $3 pickup. And I think I may even have one of these in the Z-Folio. I know I showed at least one Mosaic card in the past, and have one or two in the Z, but I can't remember which it was. But, at that price point, even if it's a duplicate, I will pick that up. Next up, we've got the red Reactive. So this has that same, kind of comic book explosion in the background, but it's the red version, which looks, particularly nice with the Washington Nationals colors. So that's a nice team color matching example there. Then I was able to find a seller who actually gave me a really good price. So I believe $4 on the green. None of these are serial numbered, and they all look the same other than the color and the effects being different. But what I figured is, if I can get 9 of these in various colors, it will make a pretty blindingly nice page in the Soto Z-Folio. So I'm aiming to get a complete page of these Mosaic parallels in that Z. So that's what this green will be used for as well. And what was really nice, this was not advertised in the auction, but the green came with the producer's insert in matching green. I'm not as big on this card, but as a free throw-in, it's got great shine and will look nice on another page in that Z as well. And then lastly, on the mosaic front, also scored the orange. So these are, again, a lot of the easier, lower hanging parallels. None of these are the serial numbered or super valuable ones. But I'm not going for value. This is for a Z-Folio to look through to entertain myself. And so happy to have found the ones that I did there. And then the last Soto that I have is actually a slab. I'll make a little space here, but was able to pick up a CSG slab of his 2021 card in a CSG 9 from Topps Chrome. And it's the Prism refractor, which looks great. Another example of a horizontal card for Soto that's pretty interesting. I like the viewpoint here, being able to see the pitcher, the ump, and the catcher as the ball, the trajectory of the ball coming in, and just an interesting shot. I found this one on my slabs for $14, I'm sorry, with free shipping. Whenever you buy on my slabs, your shipping is included. So to get a slabbed Chrome Soto like that of a nice parallel, I'm just a sucker for the Topps Chrome parallels. And to bring that home for, $14, less money than it would cost me, to submit one of these on my own to CSG, I just couldn't help it. So it wasn't a card that I intended to add, but a case of just taking advantage of circumstance. So there you have it. We're going to call it there. Just another handful of Juan Sotos that have come in my ongoing quest to sort of find his cards on the cheap despite his popularity. The slab was, $14, which is still pretty reasonable, but everything else we looked at today came in at a $5 or less price point per card. So even if you want to collect the most popular players, if you're willing to kind of expand your net a little bit and cast, a wider net and keep an eye open for some non-standard items, I think you can still do pretty well on a budget. So I'm excited to add these budget Sotos to the collection, and I appreciate you stopping by to check them out with me here on the channel. I will certainly be back in the very near future with more Juan Sotos and more sports cards in general. But until then, take care and enjoy the hobby.